Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021, back here for Daily Shakeup number 413. Yesterday, I was driving, typical day of driving, and approaching a red light, and the car in front of me went right through the red light. They clearly didn't see it. They didn't seem to be speeding, but they clearly missed it. Now, I don't know what was going on, but I would say at some level they were distracted. Somehow they missed it. Now they realized that as soon as they went through it, they put on their brakes. And I'm guessing it wasn't intentional. It was one of those, I just didn't pay attention. I was distracted. Now, nothing happened, and that's the good news, but certainly it put a lot of people at risk, the drivers of the car, as well as other people coming through the light or going through traffic, et cetera. And we've all done it. We've gone through red lights. We've gone through stop signs because we missed it because we were distracted, whether we were distracted by our phone or just our thinking, or we just weren't there. We weren't present. And it creates safety hazards. But I want you to think about, in what ways does your distracted or the state of being distracted impact your leadership? And I would argue it does the same thing. It creates high risk and creates a lack of safety for the people around you. It certainly creates a lack of trust. Think about the times where you are interacting with your people, but you're not really there. You're in a conversation with them, but you're not really there. You're maybe in a meeting, maybe you're actually leading a meeting, but you're not really there because you're distracted. What's the impact? Well, people feel unsafe. People feel unseen, unheard, unvalued. They feel like they don't matter. And if it's a one-off and it just happens occasionally, most people will let it go. But maybe they don't, because maybe they've got a history of not being seen and heard. They've got a history of being around leaders who are often distracted and not present, whether it's visually distracted with their phone or their tablet or their computer, or they're just not there. But certainly, if this is a pattern for you of not being present, of being distracted, you have all these impacts, not your intended impacts, but very real impacts, because people don't feel valued. They don't feel seen. They're not going to feel safe. They're not going to be engaged. They're certainly not going to trust you. So this is, I guess, hopefully a bit of a slap in the face reminder that distraction is a big thing. The distraction itself might be a little thing, but the impact of our distraction, of our lack of presence, of lack of just really being there for and with people, carries grave risk in your leadership. Don't minimize your distraction. Commit to get past that distraction, to really be present and know that it's not a little thing. It's a state of being, distraction, that keeps us from our leadership, that keeps us from being who we aspire to be as leaders. So as you go forward in your days and your leadership, your communication, your relationships, remember that distraction carries a high price and certainly a high risk. And is that the risk you want to take as a leader? That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.